At this time, pleased to bring in Republican United States Senate candidate Mr. Mike Gibbons. Mike is seeking the post held by Rob Portman, who's retiring after 2022. Michael, number one, thank you for both your donations to Coach for Kids and the Travis Mills Foundation.
Happy to do it.
Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for that. Thank you very much.
You know what? Before we proceed, I want to let you know that your dad's 98-pounder is standing right over there, Mr. Billy Fisher. He wrestled for your father for 4 years.
That's great.
And for those who may not know, Mr. Gene Gibbons, 1957 national champ at Michigan State.
51.
51, excuse me. 51. He was also Dan Gable's assistant, top assistant, on the 1980 Olympic team, Triv, which unfortunately didn't get a chance to go because of Jimmy Carter's boycott of the 1980 games. So,
what makes you want to get into the political world?
Well, don't ask my wife. You know, I've been throwing stuff at my television for a long time, and
they break.
My kids are all out of the house now, and I've done pretty well in business, and I can afford to do it, and that's what I'm going to do. And we need to put conservatives back into the Republican Party, and we can't get enough of them. We got to get. I think I can handle one spot right away.
Yeah. Were you surprised that Portman retired?
I was. I didn't, and I was really, 5 years ago, if you told me I was going to do this, I said you're crazy. But I went and campaigned the last time. We did pretty well. And the Republican Party wanted nothing to do with me. And we still got 38 counties and 32% of the vote. And I had Donald Trump campaigning against me, and I was his state co-chair in 2016. He didn't even know it. In fact, I saw him in Florida, and I told him that. I said, you campaigned against me. And he goes, I did what? He had no idea. He's told to do things. And I think I've got a good shot this time. I still have those 32% of the people that voted for me last time, and we're going to work hard to make sure everybody else listens to my story.
You know why Rob Portman quit, right?
I don't.
He literally has announced this. He said, I'm quitting because I can't get anything done. That's literally the reason that he's quitting.
Huh?
That's why he's leaving, is that he can't get anything done.
Well, I've been trained for many years to convince people that my ideas were the right ones, and they haven't put their trust in me. It was like practice for the U.S. Senate, I think, for 40 years. And I'm ready to go.
Mike, how much of a threat are you to the so-called swamp? Here you are. You're a very successful investment banker. You're a businessman, much like Donald is. Right. And it doesn't seem like they fear career politicians.
I've noticed the people who endorse me are not those kinds of people. So I guess they consider me somewhat of a threat. I don't, if you're doing a good job and you're making decisions based upon, what's right, I'm not going to bother you. But where they start doing it, making decisions based on getting reelected or, what lobbyist is blowing in their ear, I have a real problem with that. And,
Mike, I had a big-time, no names, I had a big-time politician 2 years ago come up to me privately and say the same thing that Dave brought up about Portman. One of the reasons he left is he said the same thing.
Well,
you can't get nothing done there.
I think that's probably a problem. It's definitely a problem. All I can say is I've spent my entire life getting things done and convincing people I had the right ideas, that they could put their trust in me. And I think I'm going to be able to take that expertise I've developed over a lot of years and put it to work.